She resembles to a goldfish. What her resembles to a goldfish was all the more apparent.
Crow floated down to the ground. Although here in this novel,
童貞を卒
with
業
the
しよ
red
うと
glow of the
女子
sunset
探しをしてい
illuminating
た
her
お
body,
主が
She
他人の恋路の
resembles
手伝
to
い
a
とはな
goldfish. What her resembles to a goldfish was all the more apparent.
Could you please stop calling me a virgin?
繁殖目的での女子探しか
With the red glow of the
女子
sunset
探しをしてい
illuminating
た
her
お
body.
主が他人の恋路の手伝いとは
That's not what this whole thing is about, little Miss Subtlety. Could you please stop calling me a virgin? Maybe I ought to just hurl her watch into the goddamn sea.
では
That's
あの女子に
not
どんな
what
下心があると
this
いう
whole
のだ
thing is about, little Miss Subtlety. Could you please stop calling me a virgin? Realizing she was asking me a serious question this time, I agreed back into the goddamn sea. Wait,
では
that's
あの女子
not
にどんな
what
下心があるというの
this
だ
whole thing
How
is
do I
about,
cancel this?
Little Miss Subtlety. Could you please stop calling me a virgin? Realizing she was asking me a serious question this time, I agreed back into the goddamn sea. Wait,
では
that's
あの女子
not
にどんな
what
下心があるというのだ
How do I cancel this?
Little Miss Subtlety. Could you please stop calling me a virgin? Realizing she was asking me a serious question this time, I agreed back into the goddamn sea.
How do I cancel this? Is there not a way for me to... How do I cancel this? Is there not a way for me to... How do I cancel
クロノクロック
Oh, there we go. So I just need to pick it up. In all seriousness, I thought Mir was pretty courageous to do that. So I wanted to help out. So I wanted to help out. So I wanted to help out. So
So I wanted to help out.
And besides, I lightly patted the watch in my pocket. I'll be right back, guys. I need to get myself some food. Okay, guys, I'm back. I have such a powerful ability to rewind time here. But I'm only a student, so it's more power than I know what to do with. I have such a powerful ability to rewind time. So I'm thinking maybe using it to help out other people isn't a bad idea. More power than I know what to do with. Not that it wouldn't be really cool if I ended up saving the world or something with this much power though. Maybe using it to help out other people isn't a bad idea. All the same, helping a friend work through their awakening process. Perception of love was more than enough for me. If I ended up saving the world or something with this much power though, maybe using it to help out other people isn't a bad idea. Crow gave a strange murmur in response. All the same, helping a friend work through their awakening process. Perception of love was more than enough for me. If I ended up saving the world or something with this much power though, maybe using it to help out other people isn't a bad idea.
ろくでもないことにしか時計の力を使わないと思ったが、
Crow gave a strange
ついには
murmur
自
in
分の利益の
response.
ためですらな
All
く
the
なった
same,
か。
helping a friend work through their awakening process. Perception of love was more than enough for me. If I ended up saving the world or something with this much power though, maybe
どうもお主は今まで我が輩が接したことのある人間を使わないと思って毛色が違うよう。ついには自分の利益のためですらなくなったか。
Well, thanks.
褒めてはおらんよ。どうもお主は 今まで我が輩が接したことのある人間を使わないと思う。毛色が違うよ。ついには自分の利益のためですらなくなって。
Well, thanks. Whatever, just wait until tomorrow.
褒めてはおらんよ。どうもお主は今まで我が輩が接したことのある人間を使わないと思う。毛色が違うよ。ついには自分の利益のためですらなくなって。
Well, thanks. I had planned on taking it easy after school today,
褒めてはおらんよ。
but then I got caught in the middle of this whole situation. Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. Well, thanks. I had planned on taking it easy after school today, but then I got caught in the middle of this whole situation. Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. I had planned on taking it easy after school today, but then I got caught in the middle of this whole situation. Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. I had planned on taking it easy after school today, but then I got caught in the middle of this whole situation. Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. I had planned on taking it easy after school today, but then I got caught in the middle of this whole situation. Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. It was time to go home and sleep on it. Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. It was time to go home and sleep on it. What time? Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. It was time to go home and sleep on it. What time? Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting for tomorrow. Every so often, the day for me would begin with a soft, slightly cool sensation, accompanied by a pleasant aroma. Ultimately, though, it was just a matter of waiting. It would usually happen about once a week. The day for me would begin with a soft, slightly cool sensation, accompanied and on days when it would happen, I would end up waking up before the alarm on my phone sounded. This again? It would usually happen
Every
about
so
once
often,
a
the
week.
day for me would begin with a self. Slightly cool.
My brain felt like pudding as I roused from my slumber. But it was still immediately apparent to me that today was one of those days. Hmm? This again?
It would usually happen about once a week.
Preparing myself for the inevitable, inedible, I then opened my eyes as I roused from my slumber. But it was still immediately apparent to me that today was one of those days. I present to you guys my blind little sister. Preparing myself for the inevitable, inedible, I then opened my eyes as I roused from my slumber. But it was still immediately apparent to me that today was one of those days. I present to you guys my blind little sister. Preparing myself for the inevitable, inedible, I then opened my eyes as I roused from my slumber. But it was still immediately apparent to me that today was one of those days. I present to you guys my blind little sister. Preparing myself for the inevitable, inedible, I then opened my eyes as I roused from my slumber. But it was still immediately apparent to me that today was one of those days. I present to you guys my blind little sister. Before me lay a girl who had a more traditional air of beauty to her than any other I knew. Her cleavage was slightly exposed, and she had evidently been watching me sleep. Any man who wakes up with a beautiful girl in his bed is no doubt Blassing's knife. Her cleavage was slightly exposed, and she had evidently been watching me sleep. Or rather, he would be if the girl weren't here, actually his sister. Any man who wakes up with a beautiful girl in his bed is no doubt Blassing's knife. Her cleavage was slightly exposed, and she had evidently been watching me sleep. Or rather, he would be if the girl weren't here, actually his sister. Any man who wakes up with a beautiful girl in his bed is no doubt Blassing's knife. Her cleavage was slightly exposed, evidently being watching me sleep. Or rather, he would be if the girl weren't here, actually his sister. Good morning, Michiru.
おはようございます、兄様。起こしてしまいましたか？
Yeah, but it's no big deal. It's already morning
おは
now.
ようございます、兄様。そうですか。起こしてしまいましたか？兄様を疑うようで申し訳ありませんが、私に気を使って朝だという嘘をついていませんか？
Yeah, but it's no big deal. It's already morning
おは
now.
ようございます、兄様。そうですか。起こしてしまいましたか？兄様を疑うようで申し訳ありませんが、私に気を使って朝だという嘘をついていませんか？
The bright sunlight streaming in through the window had already given me the impression that it would be another hot day. But there was no way for my little sister to know that. Michiru's eyes were blank and empty because she happens to be blind. The bright sunlight streaming in through the window had already given me the impression that it would be another hot day. Don't worry, it really is morning. But there was no way for my little sister to know that. I smiled at her as I checked the time on my phone. Michiru's eyes were blank and empty because she happens to be blind. I'm gonna get up in like 10 minutes. Don't worry, it really is
あとわずかで
but there was no way.
兄様の幸福とぬくもりを感じられる幸せ
I
が終わっ
smiled
てし
at
まうの
her
は
as I checked
ま
the
るで
time on my
シンデレラが魔法の解ける
Michiru's
瞬
eyes
間
were
を
blank
残念に思うようなものですね
I'm gonna get up in like 10 minutes.
10分
Don't worry, it really is
あとわずかで
but there was no way.
兄様の幸福とぬくもりを感じられる幸せが
I
終わ
smiled
ってし
at
まうの
her
は
as I checked
ま
the
るで
time on my
シンデレラが魔法の解ける瞬間を
blank.
残念に思うようなものですね
I'm gonna get up in like 10 minutes.
10分
Don't worry, it really is.
あとわずかで
Wow, you're pretty poetic at this hour of the morning.
まるでシンデレラが魔法の解ける瞬間を兄様キスをしてもよろしいですか
You know, Michiru, you're not a kid anymore. You're getting a little too old. You're getting a little old to be crawling into bed with me. Hour of the morning. Plus, you shouldn't be asking things like that of your sibling either.
兄様キスをしてもよろしいですか
You know, Michiru, you're not a kid anymore. You're getting a little too old. You're getting a little old to be crawling into bed with me. Hour of the morning. Plus, you shouldn't be asking things like that of your sibling either.
兄様キスをしてもよろしいですかみちるはまだ子供ですしこれでも
You know,
かなり
Michiru,
譲歩したお
you're
願
not a
いです
kid
のに
anymore. You're getting a little too old. You're getting a little old to be crawling into bed with me. This self-proclaimed child certainly wasn't one any longer, especially considering her physical
みちる
maturation.
はまだ子供ですし
But when she didn't get her way, she could certainly still pout like one. In spite of her reserved outward appearance, I think my younger sister is at her absolute cutest when she gets like this. Maturation.
まだ子供ですし
But when she didn't get her way, she could certainly still pout like one. That reminds me, there was something I wanted to ask you. In spite of her reserved outward appearance, I think my younger sister is at if you had just one chance to turn back time and relive your life from any point in the past, how far back would you turn the hands of time?
何かの
That
謎
reminds
謎
me,
ですか
there was something I wanted to ask you. Nope, just a survey.
やり直したい過去などというものは
If
特に
you
あ
had
りませ
just
んが
one chance to turn back time and relive your life from any point, you're the first person to give me a direct answer like that on the hands of time.
何かの兄 様と双子の兄弟として生まれたかったかもしれませんね。
Nope, just a survey. I don't mean relive your life that way. Wouldn't you want to go back and do something to avoid getting that sickness? Which made you blind or something like that? To give me a direct answer like that?
全く思いません。
Even if you're used to it by now, you can't deny that it's inconvenient. Just a survey. I don't mean relive your life that way.
目が見えなく
Wouldn't you
なったか
want
ら
to
こ
go
そ
back and do
見えるよ
something
う
to
になっ
avoid
たの
getting
が
that
多いですか
sickness?
ら。
Which made you blind or something like that? To give me a direct Then which you wished out to my face.
兄様
Even if you're used to it by
本
now,
当に
you
目が覚めたよう
can't
ですの
deny
で
that it's
失礼いたします。
inconvenient. I don't mean relive your life that
目
way.
が見えなく
Wouldn't
な
you
ったか
want to
ら
go
こそ
back and do
見えるよ
something
う
to
になっ
avoid
たのが
getting that
多いですか
sickness?
ら。
Which I closed my eyes and let her touch my face. Then which you wished out to my face.
兄
Even
様
if you're used to it by
本
now,
当に目が覚め
you
たよう
can't
ですの
deny
で
that. But your supple fingers diligently traced over the outline of my cheeks, my forehead, my eyebrows, my eyes, and my lips in orderly fashion. Then which you wished out to my face. Given her blindness, this is the closest thing to sight of which she is capable. But your supple fingers diligently traced over her fingers moved from my face down to my neck, my forehead, pausing briefly at the jugular, and then continued down to my shoulders, my arms, and eventually my fingers. Given her blindness, this is the closest thing to sight of which she is capable. As for below my waist, well, I had already scolded her for trying that in the past. Pausing briefly at the jugular, and then continued. Once she had finished, her fingers reluctantly moved away, so I opened my eyes. Given her blindness, this is the closest thing
今日
to
の兄
sight of
様
which
は
she is
ご
capable.
健康のようで何よりです。
As for below my waist, well, Mitchell is able to diagnose me better than a doctor like this. Her fingers can read my like braille, and she can even pick up on smaller details, such as the texture of my skin and my body temperature.
今日の兄様は
In any case, do you really enjoy listening to me sleep that much? Or below my waist? Mitchell is able to diagnose me better than a doctor like this. Her fingers can read my like braille, and she can even pick up on smaller details,
兄様の
such as
たく
the
ましいも
texture
ので
of my
ご
skin
慈
and my
悲いた
body
だければと
temperature.
無双しておりますが、このぬくもりと匂いを糧に
In any case, do you really enjoy listening to me sleep that much? Or below my waist? Mitchell is able to diagnose me better than a doctor like this. Her fingers can read my like braille, and she can even
She's
pick
very
up on
kinky.
smaller details,
兄様の
such
た
as
く
the
ましいも
texture
ので
of my
ご
skin
慈
and
悲
my
いた
body
だければと
temperature.
無双しておりますが、このぬくもりと匂いを糧に
In any case, do you really enjoy listening to me sleep that much? Or below my waist? Mitchell is able to diagnose me better than a doctor like this. Her fingers can read my like braille, and she can even
She's
pick
very
up on
kinky.
smaller details,
兄様のたくましいもので
texture of my
ご
skin
慈悲
and
い
my
ただ
body
ければと
temperature.
無双しておりますが、このぬくもりと匂いを糧に
In any case, do you really enjoy
我慢いたします。
She's very kinky.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Alright, time to get up.
兄様、お口だけでも5分で済ませてみせます。
Wow, she's really horny this time. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. What are you on about, Yesh? Alright, time to get up. I might still be a virgin, but I've spent a lot of time practicing in my room. And there's no way I could finish in just 5 minutes, right? Wow, she's really horny this time. Yeah, I felt like I was never going to get up at this rate, so I took Michiru by the hand and pulled her out of the bed with me. But I've spent a lot of time practicing in my room, and there's no way I could finish in just 5 minutes, right? Go on, go back to your room and get dressed. I felt like I was never going to get up at this rate, so I took Michiru by the hand and pulled her out of the bed with me. With a reluctant sigh, she did as I said and left my room. And there's no way I could finish in just 5 minutes. I'm the one who out to be sung here. Go back to your room and get dressed. That Miu girl from yesterday was straightforwardly adorable, but my sister walked a very fine line between adorable and alarming. I wonder how on earth she became someone who can teeter on crossing that kind of dangerous line as if it were nothing, though I actually know why. A very fine line. At a young age, she was struck with a severe fever that left her bereft of her sight, how on earth she became someone and very nearly her life as well. I did everything in my power to care for her back then, though I actually know why. Even after she'd recovered, I continued to spend a great deal of time with her, helping her adjust to her life outside, bereft of her sight, and look where that's gotten very nearly. Having a broken little sister, I did everything in my power to care for her back then, though I actually know why. Even after she'd recovered, I continued to spend a great deal of time with her, helping her adjust to her life outside, bereft of her sight, and look where that's gotten very nearly. Having a broken little sister, I did everything in my power to care for her back then, though I actually know why. Even after she'd recovered, I continued to spend a great deal of time with her. You may think it to be a heartwarming story, but the caveat that Michiru's actually fallen in love with me as a result just makes it all feel like a bad joke in my expense. You may think it to be a heartwarming story, but the caveat that Michiru's actually fallen in love with me as a result just makes it all feel like a bad joke in my expense. You may think it. Well, whatever. I should get dressed too. But the caveat. I flipped out of my pajamas and put on my school uniform. Feel like a bad joke in my expense. The summer uniform felt soft and comfortable. I then checked to make sure I had my phone, wallet and the pocket watch with me. I flipped out of my pajamas and put on my school uniform. Right. Feel like a bad joke.
I glanced around my room, making sure I wasn't forgetting anything. I then checked to make sure I had my phone, wallet and the pocket watch with me. I slipped out of my pajamas. In order to experience a taste of ordinary life, I live on my own in a separate part of my family's estate. I glanced around my room, making sure I wasn't